Welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. We are here for Friday Night Fight. I'm filling in for Sammy Joe. It's me and the Ruby Queen the Anarchy Queen of Workhorse Wrestling Network,
I
Miss
go by
Anika.
both. I
Go
go
by
by
both.
both. Yes.
So normally we would be doing SmackDown and then Rampage, but because they changed it up on us, they had SmackDown just an hour ago, and we were unable to be here. So we're here for just SmackDown. Sorry, there'll be no Rampage coverage this week, but I don't know. Did you watch Rampage? Do you have anything you can tell the people?
So I did watch Rampage. It was a very, very fun episode, got a little bit of a brief what you call it? Ooh, of a brief what you call it? Development of a story and someone got their first win, yay. So talk about that during commercial. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I got my Peruvian peacock, my pigeon, up and running. So hopefully my stream will stay on.
Please.
Showing SmackDown is just starting. I got a
Whew.
city view of the skyline of Salt Lake City, Utah.
Utah.
Utah. If you're here joining us, please chime in. We'd love to hear from you. We are
Mm-hmm.
interactive. The best part of our show is interacting with you guys. So if you're here, let us know what you think about the show, what's going on, anything you want to talk about. We're happy to talk about within reason.
Get
uh,
all it.
if you're new and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button on this video. It helps a lot. Hit the bell to be notified. So every time we drop content, you'll get a notification and you can check it out. Before we end at the end of the day or tonight, we'll put up our schedule and let you know when you can find us every day of the week. Oh, The Rock. The Rock is here.
Looking very heelish in this all leather black. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Are you a Harry Potter fan by chance?
I'm not.
You're not. Okay.
Oh,
Are you familiar? Like, have you seen the movies and just don't really care? You just don't nothing to do with it at all.
I am familiar enough. I have not seen the movie though.
Okay. Well, you'll have to Google him because Lord Voldemort, the bad guy, in like the sixth and seventh movie, if you Google him and look at him, The Rock looks just like him. Like they're bald, and it's hysterical. I mean, it doesn't, but it does. Like when I look at The Rock, because he's so like you have to Google a picture, but he's all clean shaven like this, he looks like Lord Voldemort to me at the end. Like when he's starting to look kind of like a snake. Yeah, it's funny. Look, funny.
Okay, I will definitely yeah, I'm gonna look that up because I have never had someone equate Harry Potter to The Rock ever. So I will definitely look that up.
All right, we got KO coming out to the ring.
I don't know who I want to win in this match.
Is this is he facing Dominic?
He's facing Dominic Mysterio to qualify in the
Right.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I mean this is one of those where like again, I'm torn because you want the fresh kind of new blood and the young guys to get a chance, and at the same time, I think Dominic still needs some work. So I'm not sure I'm super interested to see Dominic in an elimination chamber, and I'm a huge KO fan. But yeah, I feel like KO's been there, done that already, right? So
More so is like, how is this going to work inside Elimination Chamber? On one hand, you have KO can do some crazy things. It can be entertaining. On the other hand, we have Dominic who can get the crap beat out of him by a couple of big dudes. So that I don't know.
yeah, and I guess I talk about I'm not sure that he's ready, he's not good enough, but you need the reps to get better and to become good enough, right? So like
Hmm.
he's never going to get better in an elimination chamber if he doesn't have elimination chamber experience, right? So
Right. Anyone in the chat refresh my memory? Was he in War Games last Survivor Series?
I
I know it
believe
was Judgment
Dominic
Day.
was, right?
He I
Pretty sure Dominic was.
because it was definitely Judgment Day versus Team Raw, basically.
Right, exactly. Yes. And I'm pretty sure Dominic was in that match. Yeah, if I remember correctly, he was.
Mm. All right. And of course, KO's getting the upper hand because he's KO. No other explanation needed.
I might be a second behind you. The match hasn't totally started yet for me. They're
Oh,
circling
okay.
each other. Now they're in the first collar and elbow tie-up.
All right.
KO's got Dom in a headlock. Dom's trying to fight out.
All right. So I'll give it a mute. I'll give it a little pause for a quick second.
Oh, big shoulder block in the middle of the ring. Dom doesn't go down, though. Stands his ground. Dom off the rope. Misses with the clothesline. Oh, there you go.
Dirty.
KO with the
Dirty
big
dog.
shoulder block. Dirty Dom.
Like, there it is.
There it is. I can't lie. I'm a little disappointed. I really wanted KO to go to AEW when his last contract was up. I don't know. I don't know how long he re-signed for. I don't know the details. I don't know if he still has the opportunity. Well, he'll still have the opportunity at some point. But I
Yeah.
was kind of I really wanted him to go to AEW for at least for a little bit.
Well, honestly, the way I see it, KO has to stay in WWE. He's the connect. That's why. He's the connect. And
Yeah.
I say and I say that because it feels like every time someone who gets fired who shouldn't, KO's like, hey, I know where you come with me if you want to live. The Underground Railroad WWE comes through me. That's like, all right, that's why that's why I think he has to stay.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not
More
anti
so.
WWE,
Yes.
and I don't want them to lose all their top guys. I just WWE has been so kind of isolated for so long that you don't get to see a lot of the guys that you really want to see against the best in the world that's out there, right, on a regular basis. And so, if indeed through Endeavor they're gonna, like they had Naomi in the Rumble, or not Naomi, they had Jordan Grace in the Rumble, and if those are signs of WWE opening that forbidden door a little bit, then I'm here for it. If we can get
Yes.
WWE KO versus, somebody in AEW or TNA or something that we haven't had before, a dream match of some sort, I'm here for that.
Mhm.
And then I don't have a problem with it. But as long as WWE is going to be an island by itself, then I'm disappointed that I don't get to see the guys I want to see against the guys I want to see, right? So
Yeah. Now, I was watching Russell Talk, and KO's contract is up this year.
okay.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's gonna not sign to
Right.
re-sign with WWE. I think he will stay there, but it ends today. I mean, not
Okay.
today. It
This
ends
year.
this year, and so
So there is
we'll,
still that
we'll see.
opportunity. We'll see.
There's still a
Oh,
chance.
why is our truth here? Our truth is out here. Kevin Owens messing up things for the Judgment Day. I
Well, this
can't
is
tell if he
a
was out here talking shit to Kevin Owens, like trying to help Dom, or if he was here.
well, it was definitely last week. Not sure it was on YouTube or on a SmackDown exclusive, but for some reason, I'm sorry, our truth thinks that KO is the Miz. So that's the story.
Oh, that's right.
That's the
That's right.
story that's going on right now.
Nah, I'm a commercial. LL Cool J commercials.
I love this commercial. These commercials are still stupid.
Right. Excuse me. I'm tired.
I actually woke up from a nap. If we if we had started to go, if we would try to go for Rampage, it would have been I would have been 10 minutes late. I'm like, oh, okay, it was needed though, but yo, I'm up now.
I love naps. I used to not be able to take naps. Now I can take a nap anytime.
mm, definitely after work, I can take a nap definitely on this couch. This couch is ambient, basically. I go straight to sleep.
Yeah. When I was younger, I just couldn't. I just couldn't take a nap. Like my body just didn't. Not during the day. You know what I mean? They're just, for whatever
Hmm.
reason. Now the older I get, my body's like, yeah, let's go take a nap. Let's take 2 naps a day.
Let's rest up. Let's recharge. You
I'm ready for a
know,
nap around 11 o'clock, 11:30, and then one around 2:30.
like staying up all day is, but like, why are we staying up the whole day? What are we doing?
Right? And honestly, like I don't sleep well, so I get up a lot during the night, so like my sleep is not
Hmm.
sound or solid. If I get 5 hours, it's a good night. So like I tend to just be tired in general. So I try to make up for my lack of sleep at night during the day, catch some little power naps or a nap here or there to make up for the fact that I don't sleep at night very well. So
I can fall asleep. I don't know if I ever it's been like I don't have a comfortable sleep. You know,
yeah.
my eyes are closed. I'm in the transition phase, but I there you go. I think I can call myself a light sleeper. Like the
Yeah.
TV, like I can't stand streaming services because the whole "Are you still here?" It doesn't matter. Keep playing the freaking chat. Keep playing the show,
Show.
TV
Yeah, I
show.
hate that.
Cause it goes
Yep.
off. Yeah, when it goes off, like that's when I wake
Are
up. I'm
you
like,
still here? Yes, I'm still here. God damn it. If I wasn't here, I'd turn it
please,
off. Just
can you
play
ask
some
me
of
this
it.
question? Can you ask me these questions? I'm trying to go to
Right?
sleep.
And I hate it because like some shows, they'll just start the next episode. But some streaming services, you actually have to press play next episode for it to play the next episode. It won't just start it after so much time. Like it'll just sit
Hmm.
there waiting for you to hit the play next episode button. No, just play the next episode.
It's either super fast
Stupid.
where you don't have a chance to think,
To
or
switch it or
so,
say no,
or you
right? Yeah.
right,
Or
or
it
it
doesn't
doesn't
do it
play
at
at
all.
all.
Yeah. Stupid.
Like I have things to do. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I hate that. Are you still watching? If I wasn't watching, I would turn it off.
Exactly.
Leave me alone. Quit judging me for the fact that I just watched 5 hours of the same show. Because that's what it
Exactly.
feels like. Right? It's like they're judging you, right? Are you sure you're still watching this? Yes, God damn
Like
it.
you should be asleep, and I actually am asleep, and you're asking me this is waking me up. Oh, punk! I'm sorry.
Oh, Dominic 1, 2, KO with the kick out. Even though he's been, what was it, U.S. champion, I think it was? Is that what Dominic was? Was the U.S. champion?
Oh, the North American champion in NXT.
But he has, I thought, didn't he hold the title on the main roster too? No?
Did NXT.
Okay. Just the
Yeah,
NXT North American title. Despite holding that, and despite being a member of one of the more over and popular groups, Dominic beating KO here is still an upset.
definitely, most definitely. Oh,
Oh, oh, huge short clothesline. Dominic is in trouble.
I love that. I'm not sure how sick we are, but are you at the part where they're outside the ring?
Now I got KO in the ring with Dominic. Truth outside the ring right now.
Okay.
KO's headbutting Dominic right now, kicking him. It looks like he's trying to kick him out of the ring, but no, they're both in the ring. Oh, Dominic just rolled out of the ring. I imagine KO is going to try to do something here. Oh, yep, now they're both outside of the ring. KO with the clothesline. Dominic's down. KO with the
Later.
little Senton on Dominic. Our Truth watching on.
That
Looks like
was
KO's.
cute. The whole
KO.
total fake. Gotta go shot of that. See, do that to me. I'm freaking out. Like I did that.
Right? Uh,
I'm not. I wasn't ready.
oh, Cannonball. Dominic's in trouble. Dominic is in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 5 star. A little frog splashy. 1, 2. Oh, shit. Dominic kicked out. Holy smokes.
Right?
I did not expect that.
Like, nah. I don't think I want that. I don't think I want that.
That's a big frog splash.
Why does he keep doing? Okay. All right. I don't. You're gonna watch this, and yo slash real daddy slash probably real life uncle Eddie Guerrero. You can't tell me you don't know how to do the Three Amigos.
Oh. Well, that doesn't look very good. Kevin KO didn't take that little face plant he did.
It's probably yeah. I saw, yeah, it's like I'm not sure.
It's like
I'm not sure if
his
KO
knees
knew.
touched first and then his head touched. Yeah, it didn't look very solid, very
Like,
fluid.
I don't think he knew that it was coming. He's like, oh, we're doing that move. Okay, fine.
Oh yeah, here we go. Now he's doing the Three Amigos. That's 2.
He looks so butters doing it. Like, sir, your daddy's Rey Mysterio, and your play cousin is your play uncle is Eddie Guerrero. How do you not know how to do these right?
Yeah, he didn't even get it over. He only got 2 over, and then KO countered and got one of his, and now he's got KO's doing it and got 2, and he's showing him how he can do it better than Dom, and he
Like,
looks better doing
sir,
it than Dom.
roll just roll the other way. Roll the other way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with Dominic Mysterio, but he's definitely not Eddie Guerrero. And even though I don't like his dad, so far he's definitely not Rey Mysterio.
But here,
I don't like Rey, but I give him his credit for being, as good as he is. And Dominic is not Rey Mysterio for sure.
like, but here's the thing, right? I remember the pandemic in his first match and his teaming up with his dad. I'm like, it felt like he was way better than this. And I know you can cover some stuff up with your dad and a tag team, and it was with Seth and Murphy, and so it's like, how do you not have a bad match? But it felt like it was way better than this. I don't know, yay or nay.
No, I tend to agree. I feel similar to Dom as I do about Hook. Their development has not been what I think it should be. Like, they don't feel like they're really progressing. I think Dominic's a little more advanced than Hook, both on the microphone, personality wise, and even in the ring. I think he's got a little bit more of a move set than Hook does, and he looks a little bit better. But they both have the same issue, which is I don't feel like they're progressing from day to day. They feel like the same character they were, or regression over the last couple years.
Yeah.
I love that R-Truth has just been playing like a crazy guy for like 10 years, right? Like, it started with the little Jimmy stuff, and then it went on to the 24/7 titles. That he's just been playing kind of this weird, out there, crazy guy forever.
Yeah. But he does it well.
Oh, he does it
right?
very well. He does it really well.
Like some people, if some people do it, it can become annoying or redundant. But no, it's still, like you said, 10 years, and it's still enjoyable.
Yeah. And he just gets weirder and weirder. And I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
100% here for it.
Oh, step up power bomb. 1, 2, 3. KO with the win. I'm assuming you were already there, so I'm not spoiling it for you.
But we are close. Yeah, we are closer. But yeah, I was already there.
Was little Jimmy his childhood hero, John Cena's brother?
It's just like
R-Truth does have a love affair with John Cena, that's for sure.
I love this. I love the story of when Miz and Truth were a team, and of course, Miz had a thousand ideas, and so he wrote lyrics so he could rap with our Truth. So he sang them to him, right? And in the background, John Cena's signing autographs, and our Truth was trying to be nice to the Miz, and then he's like, you just hear while he's still autographing, John Cena say, "Truth, tell him the truth." Basically, that Mrs. Rap was Butters. It was basically like his rap sucks.
Is that because of my Willow picture? I'm trying to figure. Is it because my head's like around her chest area? Is that why it's low key funny?
like a little bit to the left. You're in an armpit headlock, yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Yep.
We all want a headlock from Willow, yes.
That's funny. LA Knight and Drew McIntyre backstage talking shit to each other. Dummy, yeah.
Yeah.
I love LA Knight. He's one of my favorite talkers at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he talks, it makes me laugh. Even when he's talking serious, just his cadence and his style.
Yeah. I always ask these questions with Sammy because I'm like, how did they? I'm team TNA. The only reason why I stopped watching, honestly, is because I canceled cable, and so I don't have Axe TV. I have it back, but that was like a 2-year bump. So I'm like, did Drew Galloway ever face Eli Drake? I think yes or no.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Actually, I'm not that knowledgeable about both of their histories, but oftentimes those questions come up if they face each other at some point somewhere else, and a lot of times I don't know. I don't remember. Just don't know.
Like, I feel like they should have crossed paths, but I don't know if they crossed paths.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right. I'll be right here. We got Roman on the screen backstage, or coming in earlier today, I guess, getting here. Hugging Jimmy. So we got both The Rock and Roman here on the show. Okay. So CM says yes. Drew Galloway did face whatchamacallit in Eli Drake in TNA, I guess it would be in 2016. So thank you for that, CM, for confirming that. What the fuck? Oh, Zelina Vega. It's the Latino World Order. Queen Zelina. Well, formerly Queen Zelina. Now she just is Zelina Vega. Let's see if I can get rid of this. I think we're going to get this. Since we've got Selena coming to the ring, it's going to be her versus Tiffany Stratton for a spot in the women's elimination chamber. This should be an interesting match. I'm not totally sure who I want to win. I like both women. I don't know. And we're off to commercial. Let us know in the chat if you're watching with us who you want to win. Zelina Vega or Tiffany Stratton, who you think fits best in the elimination chamber with the other women that have already gotten a spot. If you're new, if you're here with us, thank you for choosing Workhorse Wrestling Network for your watch-alongs. We know you got a lot of options, so we appreciate you being here with us. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, hit the bell to be notified. We do put out something every day of the week. So if you hit that bell and set it to be notified, if you hit that bell and set it for notifications, you'll be notified every time something drops, and you can check it out. So So we're at commercial right now. Just FYI, there will be no Saturday night. Is all right tomorrow night because there is no collision tomorrow due to the NBA All Star Saturday night events. So AEW is not airing a collision episode, so we won't be doing our watch along. But we will be back the following Saturday, next Saturday, as usual for our collision watch alongs. But no collision watch along tomorrow. Just FYI. Madam Web. Just watching a trailer as a commercial for Madam Web, new Marvel movie story. I guess I'm not sure. I'm not clear if it's a series or a movie. Maybe someone that's watching in the chat can tell us if it's a series or a movie. But it looks like a movie. I think it's kind of interesting. Anyone know anything more about it? Chime in. Let me know. Any Marvel experts? Commercial for Grimsby. It's a movie. Not sure. CM says it's okay. So CM says it's a movie. Not sure about it. Meaning she's not sure. She doesn't know about it, or she's not sure if she's interested in checking it out.
Oh,
Which is it?
about what?
What, Madam Web, the new Marvel. I wasn't totally sure if they just had a preview for it during commercial here, and I wasn't sure. I was just saying it wasn't totally clear to me if it was a movie or a series. It looks like a movie, but I'm
It,
not totally, and I'm not familiar with. I don't know. I've never read any of the comic books or know anything about it. So
it is a movie. It is part of
okay,
the Marvel universe. I know
I knew
all of
that.
this because basically every time there is a movie comes out, there is an adorable man that comes to the movie theater. But before, and there's 20 minutes of previews, but you don't want to see the previews. He wants to talk to the greeter, who is usually me, about how the upcoming movies all align with each other. Yeah,
CM,
all
she's not sure about the movie because of the lead.
yeah, about how all the movies align with each other and what the upcoming movies are.
Oh,
So
okay.
and so he's like, all right, and so next is Madam Web, right? Right? And so she is gonna connect with all the Spider-Man people, right? Right? I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah. Like, and what he says is interesting. But the second time it's like, sir, I don't know if you realize this, you told me the exact same information the last time you were here.
People are funny.
People are funny.
So Logan Paul's here. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne are here.
Pete Dunne's here, not Butch. Pete Dunne.
No longer Butch. Back to Pete Dunne. CM says the guy wants you to know.
I don't need to know. Right now, Marvel and DC need a reboot. So I do not need to know. Nothing is gonna save them right now.
Well, I'm excited for Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate as a tag team.
Right?
That makes me excited.
And I think and them versus Judgment Day is gonna be so good. It's gonna be so freaking good.
Right?
Like just Pete Dunne versus Finn Balor, yes please.
I'm very happy my stream has stayed pretty stable. Of course, now that I've said that, it's going to mess up, but I got Queen Zelina on the screen here, waiting for Tiffany to make her way down to the ring.
Now I could have sworn it was supposed to be Zelina versus Naomi. I'm not mad at this, but I could have sworn that was the was gonna. I could have sworn that was the original match. Now I know that Shotzi was supposed to be a part of these qualifying matches, but she got hurt at NXT, so they will have someone to take her place in
Right.
one of. And so they probably switched stuff around, which makes sense.
Well, didn't Naomi already qualify? Isn't she already in it?
She didn't have her match yet.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
CM says, yes, please, LOL. I guess I'm not totally sure what she was yes, pleasing. Maybe I missed that. And then she said it got changed.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk about the matches.
Yeah. So and I guess no, don't tell me, but I do think that I like Zelina versus Tiffany a little bit better than Zelina versus Naomi. Cause I like both people, so that would have been hard for me to do. Like it's always gonna be Naomi, but I do want Zelina to have a good outing and possibly win as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like both these women. I think
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany's got a really bright future. I think
Mm-hmm.
she's a little too cookie cutter in her looks for me, just as far as WWE women go.
Yeah.
She looks too much like Charlotte and like a lot of the women they've had in the past. But um, so in that regard, I kind of like Zelina a little bit better. She's more unique,
Ooh.
but I like Tiffany Stratton too. I like them both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. That's what she was saying. She was saying yes, please to Pete versus Finn.
Yes. Yes, please.
I agree. Yes, please. Oh, Zelina with a nice little hip toss to Tiffany on the outside. Zelina up. Moonsault. Oh.
Definitely getting the reps in.
Legato at ringside.
Like, go
Talking
about your
shit.
business. Why are y'all here? And no one asked how to be here. Daggone it.
I'm surprised that in classic WWE style they haven't tried to just put Legato and LWO together. Oh, they're all Hispanic, they're all Latino. Let's just put them all together.
No. It's more entertaining if it's gang warfare. No.
uh, you know they want to do it. You know they're fighting hard against their instincts to do it.
No. Now, so Andrade is on Raw, and that does make good sense. But I think for everyone who wanted him with Zelina back together, it's kind of like, aw.
Mm-hmm.
We do want to. Now he did say when he signed his contract, he told Nick Aldis to say hi to Zelina for me. It's like, dude, come on, just one good fist bump in the air.
So we've seen that The Rock is here. We've seen that Roman is here. Are we going to get them both in the ring at the same time tonight?
I think so, and I'm going to calm down. I'm not gonna overdo my stuff. I'm gonna let it happen and play out.
What's up, Hassan? Thanks for joining as always. Hassan's got Zelina Vega. Hassan wants to know how our Valentine's Day were last Wednesday. Mine was very quiet. Didn't do anything actually. We babysat the grandchild so that my daughter and her son-in-law could go out for Valentine's Day dinner. And yeah, we didn't really do anything. Just hung out. What about you?
Mhm. Yeah. So on the TV screen, the Ford commercials on. This looks like a very decent, nice car. Sport was always my first love as a kid. Do I want it now? Maybe, maybe not. But we'll very good car. Very, very, very decent car.
I love the way you just bypassed right over that. Just move right on to a whole other subject. Uh, See, I'm essentially you gonna cheer and go crazy.
Mhm. Like,
Uh,
we don't have the Aussies on. We don't have the Aussies on the car yet. The Brits are close enough. The Brits and the Irish are close enough. Not not USA. Not you. That's it.
Lots of
Right.
commercials.
Right? I'm just now back, but I'm only 3 seconds ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm on a Planet Fitness commercial right now. Come in for $10 a month.
For
$1
what?
down, $10 a month.
Live. The live. Read
Right?
the fine print.
We are back.
Mm.
Tiffany has the lead in a headlock, and the LWO is coming down to ringside. I assume he talks shit to Legato.
Mm-hmm. Like, before y'all even think about messing with this match.
Don't start. Now it's buffering. My freaking.
Come on, 30 minutes in, we were so good. Come on.
I know it was doing so good for so long for the first half hour, and now I just got the three little dots just loading and doing nothing.
Now, now I will say this. Because they're in two different factions, we get more of Joaquin Wild and Gran Toro. And I'm like, thank you, because they are a great tag team. So I do love that it's LWO versus LWO in that state. That everyone can get some good decent TV time.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, having the two factions against each other definitely gives more time to both teams. Otherwise, if you just have seven guys together, you're only going to have two or three usually go in at the same time. And Cruz Del Toro and Joaquin Wild, just by default, because they're not as popular, are going to be the ones that are not going to get as much playtime, right? So,
Yeah.
what's on your screen?
So I'm on a TV, and it is still a nicely even match. I know that certain what you call it, you that certain moves are everyone can use, but this thing I didn't know where Tiffany's from because she just did the Alabama slam. I'm like, if you're not from the South, I don't think you do that. You gotta be from the South to do the Alabama slam.
That's funny.
But then of course, the fight goes outside the ring. Of course, elect Miss Lopez won the job jack. So Zelina tossed her over the barricade to get her little lick back. But that, of course, is not the distraction that we need. And then Tiffany takes advantage. Spine Buster is still buffering for you?
No, it's not buffering, but I'm at a commercial. I picked a different stream, but it's a commercial, so I'm not sure
We
where it's going to
that's
come out, right?
that's
So I'm not
weird.
sure. It's weird. So I'm waiting to see what happens when the commercials go off here and see where
You
I'm
want me to
at.
tell you what happened? You want me
Yeah,
to
go
do
ahead.
play by
Go
play?
ahead.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah. So Tiffany takes advantage, spine buster, and then of course she does the best dang moonsault. 1, 2, 3. And why is the best dang moonsault? Because Christopher Daniels told us it was.
Okay, so that didn't work. That gave me a TBS feed of Impractical Jokers, even though it said it was. Okay,
Boo.
isn't that weird? What is this? Access TV? What is
So what we all knew was gonna happen happened.
Hmm.
with the distraction Tiffany Stratton with. Ooh.
Why do I just? Okay, that's really
Oh,
weird.
oh, no, no, no.
Okay, something very weird is going on.
Aww. So OC trying to do an intervention with AJ because he's still mad. Rightfully so, but you're still mad. So he mushes Carl's face and it's a little bit of jaw jacking.
That's hysterical. Okay. Now I've got. It looks like AOP.
Right, right. That's what just happened. Yeah, that's what they just showed.
Yep. Now it's going to commercial.
Mhm.
I got back just in time for commercial.
Right.
I got a Super Bowl 50 commercial. 41. Whatever it
Boo.
was. Right.
Boo. Boo.
Uh,
But yeah, just before that, LC was trying to do an intervention with AJ because he's still mad. Rightfully so, but he's still mad.
he's still
Then
mad.
he mushes Carl's face, a little bit of jaw jacking. He like that was anyone else. That was anyone else. So we might be getting a Carl Anderson versus AJ Styles match. You won't know
Interesting.
until you
Interesting.
know.
Interesting. I'm just happy to have them back on my TV screen. I love Carl Anderson. I like AJ Styles. I've been so on Luke Gallows. I like him, but I don't know. But I'm a huge Carl Anderson fan, and I love AJ. So
And I love actually giving Mia Yim some time, like some
yeah,
actually decent 10-minute matches.
yep. So Tiffany Stratton is in the Elimination Chamber. It's a good spot for her. Again, I mean, Zelina, has, like I said, has been around, kind of been there, done that. I don't know if she's been in the chamber, but she's still been around the block a few times, and this gives Tiffany a chance to kind of make a name for herself still and do
But
some stuff while she's coming up. Cut her teeth.
now to be just called up in an elimination chamber, that says a lot. That says a lot. I think she's gonna do. I think she's gonna do decent to great, definitely.
See, I'm not a total hater. I don't just hate everybody. CM says you're the first person I think I've ever heard call themselves a Carl Anderson fan.
But let's be
Uh,
clear: does Carl Anderson or Carl Anderson from New Japan?
I like them both. I just like Carl Anderson in general. Uh, he says she re-signed and got nothing.
She got a great backlash match. She's in a decent story.
We're
You
talking
got,
about
you got,
Zelina Vega.
yeah.
Yeah,
We gotta get, we gotta end this story and then go to another story. And as I say that, commercial for WWE 2K. And Post Malone's doing the thing. I guess he's doing the background. Oh, he's using the soundtrack for it. All right,
yeah, he's doing the
that's nice.
soundtrack for the game, I guess. Yeah. Are you a face tattoo fan?
I'm not.
Are you a tattoo fan in general?
It depends. Like I love the little YouTube show. Oh, excuse me, where the WWE wrestlers show their tattoos and what the meanings are. So
Oh, I haven't
it's
seen that. I haven't seen that. I have to look for that.
they have some great ones. enough. Honestly, I love Dominic. I think as of right now, that's my favorite. Then I had Ricochet and Samantha Irvin with together. Julius Priest did it. Montez Ford did it. I know a couple of other people did it. Yeah.
I'll have to look around for that because that'd be interesting to see. Yeah, I'm a huge tattoo fan, but I don't like the face tattoos. Even ones that look okay, I'm just not a fan. There's something about on the face that for some reason I just.
Like I said, it gotta be done right. I don't like when it feels like your body's diseased. Where it feels like I can't like it's no body tattoo. It's just all tattoo. And it's like your veins just got out of your skin or something. I'm like, sir. I mean, if your lady likes it, I love it. But I'm pretty sure she don't like it.
All right. I guess it's new damage control. I mean, are they calling themselves damage control still now that Bailey's gone and
Well,
Dakota Kai's gone? I mean, is it?
okay. So Dakota, I don't think Dakota Kai is gone. I think she's hedging her bet, and she's gonna reveal that she's with the Kabuki Warriors and Io Shirai.
I mean, they're still. I mean, this little package that was just on, they're still calling themselves damage control.
Oh, I mean, like, why not, right? Like,
I
if
guess,
you
other than the
ready,
fact that I thought it was Bailey's group. Now
I mean,
Bailey's
it is
gone.
Bailey's group, but you by yourself now. So you want me damage control by yourself? No, that makes no sense. No.
They should have come up with a cool name for just the three of them to separate themselves from Bailey and Damage Control. They could have come up with something cool.
Well, I know Sammy said that they were a team together. I don't want to mess it up, but I want to say they were called Yellowtail and they're in Stardom together.
Okay. So we got Paul Ellering coming out to the ring with AOP. And is that carrying? Who's behind him with the man bun? Oh, is
Okay.
that Karrion Kross and Scarlett?
Sorry, I had
Yes,
to go
it
back
is.
in.
Yeah, it is. So AOP and Karrion Kross and Scarlett are together with Paul Ellering. Okay.
Right? It felt like the packaging should work. They look cool together. They got the whole 2009 2007 SmackDown graphics and stuff. Yeah. And then,
I, I, Karrion Kross does not look threatening with hair now. He looks much more intimidating with a bald head.
and now it's a top bun. What the hell?
Right?
See,
Yeah, now it's like a
no.
top bun, right? Well, we know this is going to be a squash match because we've never heard of the other two guys. So
The graphic, they had their names. They had the graphic up for their names. I didn't
yeah,
read
that's
it.
about it. Yeah. Yeah, now this is going to be over quick. This is going to be a squash match. This is an AOP showcase.
I do love because it's like, let's remember this team was great in NXT and in their first little round on Raw.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's not just Karrion Kross in the group.
No, and I like Paul Ellering. I think Paul Ellering would be great for Karrion Kross. He's a solid manager and he can talk and help Karrion Kross. I don't like the new Karrion Kross look. He doesn't look intimidating.
The top bun is like,
Yeah,
I
it
agree with
doesn't.
you. He does look great. He does look much better with hair. But
Yeah.
that might be his way of trying to get over the whole gimp gimmick that he had. He's like that's a totally different person. Don't know who the freak that is. No, it's not me.
So AOP is back and on the hunt with a squash match there.
I like the name Final Testament, and I agree with Jimmy Macaron. He's like, you have Paul Ellering there. Let him talk.
Yeah, I agree.
Let him talk.
I agree. Especially for those guys, because Karrion Kross is probably the best of those guys that talks, and he's not great. So let Paul talk for sure. He's the best. He's the best talker of all those people there.
right?
AOP can't talk at all. So
To,
I mean, they can, but they're not very. Sammy
that's not
says
what.
Vince wants a gimp.
Ah,
Uh,
ah, ah, ah.
now we got Logan Paul backstage talking to Byron Saxton. Me personally, I kind of hope that Miz wins because I want Logan to defend the title instead of being in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I get that. But I think they're trying to pace themselves because I think all in all it's going to be LA Knight versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania, and rightfully so, right?
Yeah, but LA Knight's now in the chamber. Logan Paul's going to be in the chamber. So they're going to have a little face off. They'll have their little tete a tete to push their little match, and then it'll probably be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's like even if you have a clear cut winner, yes, use the chamber to further other stories.
Mm-hmm. So you said you've been watching. I'm looking at a commercial for 11 WWE, Bianca and Montez. You've been watching it,
I have, and
and
yeah,
you like it?
I do. It's cute. It reminds me of Miz and Maurice more so of like not like a reality TV or they're fighting, it's drama or anything like that. Like no, a day in our lives, it's fine. Now it
Yeah.
is kind of weird when you know that even though it's called reality TV, there are some directions that they're trying to
Scripted
and
moments
some
or right directions given,
right.
sure you can tell, right? Yeah.
And it's like that's weird when you're talking about two WWE wrestlers. So it's like or scripting a reality show about a scripted television program. But it's still
Yeah.
it's a night like you're bored, you want something to, you want something to watch just to kick your feet up on an afternoon. Yes, love
Yeah.
and
I mean,
WWE.
I really like Miz and Maurice. I thought that's always been one of my favorite reality shows. I didn't
Mhm.
really like Road to the Top. I think it was. I didn't really like the Brandy Cody show. That left me a little.
It,
I really
you know,
that's so I just wanted to talk to someone before I checked it out to make sure that it was. If it's like Miz and Maurice, then I'm definitely into it.
it's definitely more like Miz and Maurice than it is Cody and Brandy.
Okay.
Their show was decent, but I could not stand Cody's sister. I'm like,
Uh,
okay, okay. I don't know if you see how you're coming off, but I see how you're coming off, and I don't like it. To her,
yeah.
she's wild. No, she's racist. Sorry.
I think this comment goes back to carrying across. Sammy Joe says, imagine being a near undefeated NXT World Champion, coming up to the main roster and losing to someone who isn't even being pushed.
Now, okay, so talking about Karrion Cross, he was going against Jeff Hardy, right? And like he said, Jeff Hardy was not being pushed. If he was, it would have worked because the whole thing was let Karrion get beat by 3 seconds, let him get shock fight, and then next week let him squash Jeff Hardy because you're so enraged. The gimp suit, the gimp suit really took away from that story, and when no one knows who you are, I think that story can't work when no one knows who you are, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you just lost. You're Butters. Not I'm getting enraged. I'm gonna become powerful because it's like, no, you're Butters. It's stupid.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. WrestleMania commercials. Are you excited for WrestleMania so far?
I am.
Do
I
you think
am.
it's been a good road to WrestleMania season?
Like honestly, if it wasn't for fans, I was here for Rock versus Roman. I was very excited about that, right? But
Yeah.
Cody Crybabies was like, no, we want him to be involved in it. And so I'm like, shut up. I'm like, you ruined it. But now, but the turn at the press conference was what they needed, and I think that generated more interest than versus just Roman the Rock could have ever been. So I think they definitely pivoted to a better direction.
Yeah. I mean, only because we've already seen it once and I feel like we know the outcome, I'm disappointed because I don't think Cody's actually going to win. And I think we're going to see him lose 2 WrestleManias in a row to the same person. I think it's going to suck. Not that I'm a big Cody fan, I just don't understand why you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and, even though I don't want The Rock to be champion, it doesn't make any sense for The Rock to beat Roman for the title at this point, just because, he's not a wrestler really anymore. But I still ultimately at some point want The Rock and Roman to wrestle each other for that kind of head of the table seat. I mean, the head of the bloodline kind of position. Doesn't have to be for the title. I don't want The Rock to be the champion. You know what I mean? So I guess if they finally pull the trigger and let Cody win, maybe somehow The Rock is involved and it costs Roman the title. I don't know how you do that, and then you get Rock and Roman after WrestleMania, maybe SummerSlam without the title because Cody's got the belt at that point. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, but I still want Rock and Roman at some point. I mean,
I don't want it. I don't want it to Saudi though. Saudi doesn't deserve that. I deserve
I
that.
agree with
And
that.
I'm
I
like,
agree with that.
man, you
Yeah,
already
no,
have
do it
your
in the
blood money.
States. I agree. Do it in the States. You don't have to
Do
do it.
it in
I
the
don't want to see
freaking
it in Saudi
States.
Arabia. Yeah, I agree. It'll be very interesting to see what the relationship is like with the Saudis now that Vince is gone and
Right?
Endeavor's the owners. I mean, I don't know what kind of relationship Endeavor has with the Saudi markets or those countries or those entities. So it'll be interesting to see. And I have no idea if Endeavor's interested, if the board is interested in continuing to. Obviously, they're interested in promoting WWE worldwide. I just don't know how interested they are in continuing to do the Saudi shows. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll have to see. My feeling is I kind of hope they don't. I kind of hope they decide to go other places instead,
Right.
as opposed to Saudi. But I guess it is what it is. I mean,
And they have started that, which I do love. Like after WrestleMania, the Backlash is in Paris. Like
hmm
unfortunately they have bed bugs, but that would have been great if they didn't have bed bugs, right? We have
yeah,
Elimination Chamber in Australia, so I do
yep,
love that. That don't think it started with Saudi. I don't think so. But like, yes, you have fans around the world,
right.
and the people who don't haven't seen it and have been clamoring for a live show, that crowd gonna be off the roof. No, period.
Sammy says hashtag acknowledge Inoki.
Okay.
All right, we got the Miz coming to the ring. I don't know where you're at, but I got the Miz just coming to the ring right now. He
Oh,
just stepped into the ring.
whatever. Yep, I
Yep.
think we're on the same wavelength. Yep.
Hey, all right. How about that?
Yeah.
So this will be Miz versus Logan Paul in
Hmm.
another Elimination Chamber qualifying match. I think the winner of this will be 6 people, and then I think there's one more person still to be named. This might be the last person, but I think this is the second to last spot.
Yeah.
We got Bobby, Drew, Randy, uh,
Oh, Bobby, Drew, Randy, LA Knight.
Randy, LA Knight. Thank you. I was drawing a blank. Didn't who just won between Dom and Ray? I mean Dom and KO earlier. I'm drawing a blank on who just won that
KO.
match tonight. KO. So
KO. Yeah.
KO's in the chamber,
Hmm.
and then the winner of this, and then I think there's still one more spot to be filled.
I think there is. Yep. Like usually before or after this, we're going to show the graphic of who's already in there. So we'll see.
Right. What do you think here? Who do you think would be better in the chamber, Miz or Logan Paul?
Because Logan loves the flippy flips, I would choose Logan Paul.
And again, I'm here at that same kind of spot where, like, even though I'm not a big Logan Paul fan, and even though he's still kind of just a part-time wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
you've given him a belt now. For all intents and purposes, I consider him kind of a WWE wrestler, and he's a younger guy with a big bright future. The Miz has been there, done that. Might as well give Logan Paul the spot to see what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
We know what the Miz can do. The Miz has already been in chambers and been in big matches. We know what he can do. Let's see what Logan has to offer.
Set aside, my favorite moment of the Elimination Chamber was honestly, it was a tag team match, right? And it was Miz and John Morrison, New Day, Usos, and I believe it was Otis and his old partner that was in there.
Tucker, right?
Tucker, Otis and Tucker, right? And so at one point in time, it was Usos, New Day, and Morrison and Miz, and New Day and Miz were jumping, and New Day and Usos were jumping on Miz and Morrison, and so
Yeah.
and so Jimmy was like, "Stop again!" And then they kept stumping on them, and that was fun.
Logan kind of botched that back salt, the standing, whatever that was. He jumped at the Miz's knees instead of like into the midsection. It looked kind of weird.
Very weird.
Um, I'm always amazed at the Miz because I love the Miz, but he's not the most athletic guy. But yet he gets like everything out of himself. Like, I can't explain it, but like he always performs above where you think he's going to.
Yeah. No. Totally agree. And he makes and that and then in turn when he does big moves like like a suicida or a
Yeah,
somersault, it does make it more it makes it bigger. It actually makes it more impressive. Like, oh my god,
yeah.
yes, he did that. He never does that.
Hassan says he's voting for the Miz.
We'll see. Okay, thank God. Okay, like Logan Paul's what the hell? Okay, sorry, two things. Logan Paul's Karate Kid bandana was annoying me. I didn't like it, so I'm glad it's off. Number two, why did you do a Naomi split? Ugh.
Right. I love that Logan Paul reminds you of William Zabka, Johnny from
He
from
does.
Cobra Kai. That's great, dude. I love it. I don't believe so. No.
Oh, under the radar?
Nope. We skipped
Maybe
under the
not.
radar because I'm here with you. So there won't be any under the radar, unfortunately, tomorrow. When is Elimination Chamber? Next weekend?
I want to say it's definitely the end of the month,
Okay.
and I'm with CM. If it starts at, I don't know,
Oh, I won't be. I'm not doing no watch along at 2 a.m. my
at
time. No, hell
4:30
no.
in the freaking morning. Well, what are we
No.
doing?
Yeah, and that's 1:30 my time. No, I'm good. I'm good. No,
Like,
we can do a review show maybe on Sunday or Monday or at the cookout. We'll just review it at the cookout on Tuesday. But yeah, I'm not doing a watch along at that time in the morning
now, now,
or middle of the
now,
night.
who are we to say this when the other side of England and Britain they stay up at 3:30 to watch the pay-per-view? We can't do it just one time, but we can't. We're sorry,
No,
we can't. That's
we can't.
sorry.
Well, we're
And then
spoiled, entitled Americans. We cannot. I'm sorry.
sorry, and especially like, and Lord have mercy, if there's no Rock or Roman, no offense, it's just Elimination Chambers and Miami.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that
and
mug
that's
when I
the other
wake
part
up.
of it, right? That's the other part of it, right? Like if this was WrestleMania or if it was Wrestle Kingdom or if it was something like that where it's the major show for the promotion of the year, then I would make it a point. If WrestleMania was in Australia and was going to be on at 1:30 in the morning, I'd make it a point to we have to do the watch along. But I'm not doing it for Elimination Chamber.
It's
There's nothing.
not.
I mean, it's gonna be an okay pay per view, but there's nothing on the pay per view so far that makes me go, oh, I gotta watch that. Like I'm
We're
dying
like,
to see that. I mean,
we're gonna definitely watch it, just not live. Like when I
yeah,
probably when I wake up, I'm gonna get some coffee and some cake, and then I'll and I'll be my morning
exactly,
with trees.
exactly, exactly.
But I would love to know those numbers. I would love to know who actually did watch it live and who actually did watch it afterwards.
Yeah. All right, a Jewish stand up to Jewish hate commercial.
Oh, hey, yes.
All hate. Bounty commercial.
Those commercials are important, but they feel so eerie sometimes. The
I
whole
know.
streamlined music. It's like and I'm by
Right.
myself. Somebody's upstairs.
Yeah. No, it's weird. Like you got to have introspective commercials. You don't have to, but I appreciate introspective commercials that actually have like a meaning and are trying to do something. And at the same time, it gets a little much, right? It's almost like the dog commercials. It's almost like it's like it's too much. It's like you're
They're
trying too
stupid.
hard. You're
Oh,
putting a little too much on it.
now the dog commercials are stupid. No offense. You have y'all are there. The camera's in your freaking face. Instead of filming the dog, get the dog and get him some food and some eye drops. You're right there.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of how I feel about the starving children commercials. Like it's like really like they all got like 10 flies in their eye. I mean it's like the worst pictures you could possibly find. And I'm not saying you make it as dramatic and as terrible as you can. And it's like
Like,
I know
sir,
it's a first world reaction, but I don't want to see that on my television. Like
sir. Especially, I listen to podcasts and they're like, the internet's stupid, right? At one time, you're seeing someone fall down the stairs, and then the next video is a dog getting put down in a freaking clinic, and then the one after that, so you could like, sir, I need y'all to get your algorithms right. I specifically clicked on how to make a good T-bone steak. You gave me some various freaking clips that are not collectively alike.
that's funny. All right, the Miz setting him up. Big clothesline.
All
Miz
right,
is in control at the moment.
let's go.
Oh, here we go. The Miz. Skull crushing
Ooh,
finale. Ooh.
a hammerlock DDT. See. When you don't do
Oh,
stuff and you bring
you're
it
right.
out, like
It wasn't.
ah,
It wasn't quite his finisher. It wasn't the skull crushing finale, but it was
like he
a
went
modified
backwards with
hammerlock
it.
DDT. Yeah. The Miz is in control. Here we go. He was trying to go for it there, but Logan countered. Miz in the corner. Oh, Logan comes for the splash and Miz moves. Oh, Logan gets the boot up.
Oh,
It's been pretty decent SmackDown so far.
it has.
I've enjoyed it. This match has been good. This Miz Logan Paul match has been solid. Zelina Vega versus Tiffany Stratton was solid. KO versus Dominic was okay. I mean, KO always has decent matches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, okay.
I'm trying to think. There hasn't been much else so far. I mean, that's really. I
Side
think those are
note.
the three matches that we've had.
Mr. Sammy, how was your night?
Right?
Cause you're not here for a reason, but
You're
you're
not
in the
here for a
chat.
reason.
Is it going all right? Is it going good? Do you need DDT out? You need me to call you? What's going on?
uh, if it didn't go well or if it's over, you're always welcome to join us for the second half of SmackDown.
Ooh. Ooh.
Miz loves those leg kicks that knock the guys off their feet. That's vintage Miz. Good, got pizza, watching Cabin in the Woods, he says. There you go. Oh.
I won't ask any more questions.
Oh, Logan with the poke to the eye, and then he hits him with the
No!
skull crushing finale, his own finishing move. 1, 2.
Yeah!
Oh, the Miz kicked out. All right, let's go, Miz.
Can't beat me with my own move. Come on now.
Right? You can't beat me with my own move.
That is
That's
very
just
insulting.
disrespectful. Yeah, it's very rude. Very rude. Logan trying to figure out what he wants to do next. Has the advantage. He's in one corner. Miz is trying to get to his feet. Logan went for a clothesline. Miz tried to counter. Logan threw him. Sunset roll up, but the Miz kicks out. Oh. Figure 4 leg lock. The Miz has it locked in. Is Logan going to tap? Woo! Logan trying to make his way to the ropes. Oh, Logan on the bottom rope. Miz got to break the hold.
Boo!
I love how both Miz and Logan are wearing black and yellow.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, hold up. Yeah, I just heard the same boot.
Right? I didn't even realize it until their legs were all intertangled in the figure 4, and I was like, whose legs are whose? They all got the same colors on. You can't tell.
So wasn't the Miz wearing a red robe? I mean, there is a little bit of red in his boots, but still.
It was a red robe, yes. Yeah.
Like this was years ago, but I love when someone's like when two wrestlers do the whole package, right? When it's like contrasting trunks, contrasting color scheme, contrasting music, right? It makes the match more interesting.
Yeah. Were those brass knuckles that he just found and threw away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like at one point in time, is his friends gonna stop being permitted to be at the freaking barricade?
Oh no. Right? Oh no. Come on, Miz, kick out. 1, 2. Oh no. Logan Paul with the win.
That was
Logan Paul moving on to the Elimination Chamber.
That was a weird move.
It was a weird move.
I'm like, what was that supposed to be? A reverse skull crushing finale?
That's exactly what it looked like, right? It looked like a backward skull crushing finale, yeah.
But in retrospect, it looks more like a hug. Like he just hugged him.
I guess there are 6 men. Oh, Seth Rollins is the 7th. No. There's only going to be 6 men?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess that's true. There's 4 pods and 2 start in the middle, right? So you got 6 guys. So that makes sense. So Logan Paul is the last spot, the 6th guy. That makes sense.
The match looks tasty. Oh, what's up, Boo?
Oh, B-Fat. Oh, no, is that Jade? Jade.
That's Jade. What's up, Boo?
Jade with Aldis and Braun Breaker backstage. Oh, here comes Tiffany Stratton talking shit.
Ooh.
Who is she talking to? She's talking to Bianca and Liv Morgan? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're all in the chamber together now.
Mm-hmm.
Jade is not qualified for the chamber. Is she in a qualifying match for the chamber? Do we know?
Not yet.
Not yet. I find it interesting that Nick Aldis has agreed to this role. In the last 5 years, this guy has been the face of NWA wrestling, where he was the champion for like 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he left NWA and went on to do some independent stuff where he was, making, not that he didn't already have a name. I mean, everyone knows Nick Aldis, right? So, but he was, putting his name back out there in the Indies as one of the best. Then he comes to WWE and he's not even wrestling. Like now he's just doing the GM stuff. And here's the thing, that's fine. but he's not young. And if you still want to wrestle, like you're wasting your wrestling time now. You're already 45, dude. Like you're gonna what do GM for a couple years and then wrestle again? Like I mean, it seems weird to me. Like I would think he should be wrestling right now.
All right, 1 minute. Thank you, I like it. It's more so. It's more towards her theme in TNA. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. So 3 things. Number one. So no one said it because it just happened. The new stage is great. They like the first time they tried to do it on Raw, people were snowed in, so you couldn't get the full effect, and it was unfortunate. But I love the new stage. It looks so good. All right. Number two, what you're saying, all this, right? I don't
Yeah.
think his career's over. That's just me. His wrestling career. I
Right.
think that they're going to use this like they used it with Sonya Deville, and that he's
Mm-hmm.
going to ultimately use his power to get back in the ring. That's maybe it's hopeful thinking, but I do see an easier pathway for him to do it. Way easier than him and Adam. Than they're trying to do with Adam Pierce, which I felt like they were trying to do at one point in time during the pandemic.
Right.
But I will. Yeah, that was number 3. I will say I love his role. Like he's doing for people who probably don't know who all this is. If you're not an indie fan or even a TNA fan, I think he's doing a fabulous job, and he is getting traction. If this is your first time watching him, so I
Yeah.
do love. I'm not gonna say slow burn, the slow development of his role. Like going back to the press conference, right? And it was all the face off. They saw a picture, and you saw it's like, and you saw Nick Aldis. I was like, "Why you all both up in the shoulders, bro? You don't supposed to be a general manager. You can't be throwing hands. But Felix was gonna throw hands."
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think his career is over either. I think he still wants to wrestle. That's why I'm surprised because he's not young that it feels like he's wasting precious time doing this GM role. But you're right. I mean, he's reacclimating himself to the WWE universe and people maybe that had forgotten about him or even some that didn't know about him, whatever, you know. So, no, I think you're right. At some point, he's going to wrestle again. I just think it's interesting that it's taken so long.
You know, well, like, yeah, has it been? It hasn't been a year, but it feels long and short at the same time.
Yeah, I agree.
This is debut.
Yeah.
But okay, this is gonna be fun. We have Naomi versus one of the Irish witches,
Yep.
Isla
Alba Fire.
Alba Fire.
And she's the replacement for whoever was
she's
injured.
the replacement. And you know
Right.
what? I think I'm gonna like Naomi versus Alba Fire more than I would like Naomi versus Zelina.
Yeah.
I think
What percentage do you give Nia Jax of beating Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber for the title? Any chance?
no chance.
0%.
In Rhea's home country, it is not Vince calling the shots. It's Triple H. This was Vince calling the shots because for some reason Vince had a boner for people losing their hometown for some whatever devil reason. But he's not in control. 0 chance. 0 chance. Like
0 chance. Interesting.
because like I love the men's chamber more than the women because the men, even though it should be Drew, there's a little hint that it could be someone else. It's a little hint that could with the women, it's Becky. Like unfortunately, y'all did too much Becky versus Rhea promos where there is no what if. Like maybe it's just me, but for me, there's no what if. There is 0 if of who if there's someone else within this elimination chamber besides Becky.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because you have, I mean, in theory, by the time all the spots are gonna be filled, you're gonna have some women in there that could definitely, in theory, win it, right? I mean, you're gonna have Bianca in there, who should always be a favorite. I think you're probably gonna have Jade ultimately; she'll have a spot in it, and it's like, She should be a favorite too. But no, I mean you're probably right. Unfortunately, that Becky probably gets that spot. And again, that harkens back to what I've been saying kind of this whole time, beating a little bit of a dead horse. But we don't really need to see Becky again and again and again wrestling for the title. Like I'd rather see somebody else that hasn't had an opportunity or has only had one opportunity or you know what I mean is younger.
Yeah.
We know who Becky is. We know what she can do. We know how good she is. And I'm not saying that she's not the top of the pile, so she shouldn't be fighting for the title. I just would like to see some other blood fight for the title as well.
Yes, but on the other hand, I get the gravitas of WrestleMania. You know, like, yeah, if you have
Sure.
like, if you were building someone up and you wanted their first match to be at WrestleMania, maybe. But for the gravitas of WrestleMania, you want your biggest stars to collide, and that right now that is Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. It's like
Yeah.
let the two bulls bang it out. Pause.
Yeah. All right. Naomi's in the ring. Alba Fire, I think, is coming to the ring now. It appears, finally.
Once
What's the name
again,
of their tag team? I can't remember what the name of their tag team is.
I don't know. Like Sammy calls them Sweetie Witches so many times. It's like that's not their actual name though. I,
Fire Island? I don't know what they're. Yeah, I don't know what the name of their.
people see. I'm not sure. I've heard that. But I'm not sure, I'm not sure that's the official name or just someone's nickname for them online. But it's great to see them on TV too. Cause I think they were hurt, and so it kind of
Yeah,
stop their momentum. I was like,
yeah.
yes,
Indeed, you're right. And Becky wins the chamber. I don't need Naomi in the chamber to lose also, along with Bianca, along with Jade. At the same time, in my mind, there's no way that Alba Fire should be beating Naomi
yeah.
in this match. So I'm torn. I don't really know. I'm not.
Again, so even though I think Becky's gonna win, if nothing, I am 80% sure they're going to use this chamber to give us Bianca versus Jade. Like another face off, another interference. It's like, you know what? I'm tired of you. Let's have a match at WrestleMania. Not sure how it's gonna help Naomi, but I do think this is a great comeback match for her, right? For her first not first rivalry, but her first besides her being eliminated, besides her being in Royal Rumble, I do
Right.
think another multi woman match is good for her to come back
I agree. I
until you can
agree.
find a suitable rivalry for her.
Yeah, I just don't want to see her lose in the chamber. Also,
Agreed.
I mean, at the risk of being typical stereotypical WWE stuff, I wouldn't mind seeing Jade, Bianca, and Naomi in a little faction together.
Right? You don't want to recycle old stuff, but
Right.
them being the new baddies,
Oh yeah,
I
there you
wouldn't
go.
be I
Yeah.
wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I
See,
mean, like
little
you said,
Paul.
like you said, I think we're getting Bianca versus Jade, so I'm not sure how you get there from here. And Naomi's not really involved, but I just naturally it feels like the three of them would be a good little faction together for a minute.
Like, see, little Paul. That's how you do the jump split, sir.
Right?
Like you a grown behind man, dog. You a grown behind man.
And off to commercial. So the men's elimination chamber is set. Who do you think wins? You think it's Drew, huh?
I do. I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I'm torn. I got to think about it. I mean, my heart wants either LA Knight or Kevin Owens, but I have a feeling that you're probably right. Um, Either him or Randy Orton, I think, probably ends up winning the Chamber, unfortunately.
I love the face off they had on Monday Night Raw. It was like, oh, y'all did have something going on 2020, 2021. It was actually and it was actually kind of fun too.
Right?
Let's bring that back. Let's do that. I like it.
I I like Drew, and I think he's very talented. For me at the moment, he's kind of boring. I don't know. He's not,
Really
just doesn't get me excited at the moment. I can't explain it. Like, I don't know.
interesting.
I just feel like he's kind of dull at the moment. I almost
Like
feel like he needs to reinvent himself somehow. He needs some sort of repackaging, a Jericho special, where you go
oh
from,
oh
a demo god to the Ocho or something, just something simple where it's just a little small little change up, but it just adds a little new flavor.
now
I
I
think
do
part of the
love that.
problem, I think
Yeah.
for me, part of the problem is I don't think Drew has a whole lot of personality. I think in general he's kind of just a dry person, right? Like, that's just my feeling about it, but I could be wrong. I mean,
Boo.
don't get me
Boo.
wrong. Like, I don't like what he's about and the stuff he's done in his life. But if you look at someone like Ric Flair, who just is always like turned up to 100, right? It just is what it is. Or even like an LA Knight or an MJF to
Yeah.
a lesser extent. You don't. Drew is not like that. Drew is very kind of quiet and reserved and much more stoic and standoffish and just, I don't know. Like,
Like
I don't know.
now, like when people were like saying those comparisons, like Cody isn't his daddy. Ah, Dusty Rhodes was Dusty Rhodes. Ric
Yeah.
Flair was
Yeah.
Ric Flair. I'm not gonna.
No doubt.
It's like it's kind of hurtful to do those, even though it's a little justified. It's kind of like that's not just. It's like it's unfair to do those kind of comparisons, right?
Yeah. No,
More
for
so,
sure. No, I agree. I agree.
right? But I do love Drew's heel run, right? I think he's doing a great job. Turning up a notch. I kind of see what you're saying. Like, I don't think it's like five notches up. I think it's like one more notch to the left, and it'd be like perfect. All right,
Yeah.
now we're working with Grease. Now you're ready to do a story.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need him to beat John Moxley in promos, but a little more intense, just a little bit more like you care, a little bit more. Just notch it up a notch or two. We don't. Like I said, we don't need Nero. We don't need John Moxley, but just something that's a little more intense, a little more ramped up. Show me you care a little bit more.
Now I will say this: him versus Sammy before they did the whole he destroyed Sammy.
Yeah.
I think that was primitive, excellent. What you call it? Excellent energy, like crazy eyes. Like if he could bring that to everything, and I think he will bring it to eventually him versus self. It'll be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, he's had an up and down career, right? So,
Mhm.
and I think that's probably some of it. I think you can see. I don't think he's very good at hiding, like, his actual emotions sometimes. And so you can tell
Yep.
that, like, he's not super happy with just what's going on in WWE and what's going on in his storyline. And it kind of oozes out sometimes. So it's like, yeah, but, yeah, I mean, yeah,
Mm.
he was definitely better then. I think right now he seems like he's almost a little depressed, just kind of with what's going on, and he can't get. I don't know.
And more so like the heel turn is like
Yeah, which makes sense with the heel turn, but at the same time, like, it feels a little too authentic. Also, like maybe he's actually not like a little depressed in his real life about what's going on too. You know what I mean? Like,
it's all
because
so
to be
real,
fair,
sir.
like,
Do you need to go to better help for a quick 30-minute session before you get outside.
Because you can't tell me that he's not disappointed that his big title run was during the pandemic and in front of no fans. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't tell me he's not disappointed in that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine, all he wants to do is win the title, get in front of fans, and have what you would call a real run with the title, right? In
Yeah.
front of fans and in the normal environment. So I'm sure he's, feeling whatever about that in some way. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I get it to a point,
one,
right?
two,
And so,
oh,
because who doesn't want the chance, like winning your first title in front of fans, right? But on the
sure.
flip side, like that time when fans came back, no offense, but your story was your story has been gone. It,
Yeah.
it was the bloodline story. It was the KO story. It was the Sammy story. So you did a fabulous job with Sheamus and Gunther, and I kind of think that like that probably be another what you call it, another addition to it, where it's like ooh woo woo woo. I'll say this and we'll go back to the match. I think like Sheamus, like he does need. I'm not sure who his friend is in the company now. We know him and Sheamus are tight. So now that Sheamus is gone, not sure who he's really rocking with. So maybe that's another thing.
Yeah.
It's a little personal, but maybe it's like yeah. So who is your arm to sharpen your arm against, right?
Right.
Now back to this match because it just turned up like 5 seconds. Isla almost had a freaking quick 1, 2, 3, and it's like no.
Right. Oh, Naomi with the little head scissor DDT thing. That was nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Into I forget what the name of this move is, but Alba Fire has to tap out. Naomi with the win, going to the Elimination Chamber.
That was one of my fears or concerns. I'll say more so. Yeah, get the hair right, get the hair right, get the hair right, get the hair right. Yeah, boom, winner. Yeah, sorry, but like she has such freedom at TNA. And she did more of her moves that she wanted to do, and so that kind of was a fear of okay, can she do the same moves when she gets back? All right, she did two of them. Okay, yeah, it'll only get better.
So we got one more woman to add to the chamber. I'm assuming that's going to be a Jade match. We don't know yet what that
I
next Elimination Chamber qualifier match is going to be.
So I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's gonna be a Royal Rumble like s thing.
Okay.
And yes, it's gonna we're gonna have it on Raw, and Jay will definitely be
Uh,
in it, but we don't know if she's winning it or not.
so here comes Bailey walking into the arena, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And is that she's been stopped by somebody who I'm not recognizing. I know I should know who it is, but you know who she's talking to?
Oh, there's Dakota Kai.
Okay. I for some reason it wasn't registering in my head who
Cause
I couldn't place her
her hair's not.
face. Her look she looks different.
Yeah, her hair is different. Yeah, last time I'm not sure if it was the like last week, but I know the last distinctive hairstyle she had, it was like half pink, half black, and now like all one color.
Yeah.
It's
Normally
cute,
she
but
has,
yeah,
and I feel like normally she has curly hair, doesn't she too? And it was very straight.
it's been straight for a minute.
Okay. Nick Aldis.
Mm. Okay.
Up, up, up. Oh, Braun Breaker officially being moved up to the main roster. They
They're
called him a
pulling.
free. Nick Aldis called him a free agent, which I thought was weird because I thought he was just on NXT. But
Yeah, he had championships, like said, oh, like oh, said, what's going on?
here we go. He's signing a contract to be on SmackDown. So
So
Braun is
yeah,
now officially at the roster, at the main roster.
woo, 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 woo. So
Didn't him and Corbin just win the NXT titles? The
they
NXT tag
did.
team titles?
So
Like a week
yeah,
ago? Okay, very weird.
they
And
did.
he's not even wearing the NXT tag team title belt. How weird
I
is that?
I don't know. So I was like, are they going to
Oh,
give up the titles? I don't think they should do that.
yeah, I don't.
Okay,
That's weird.
and that's my gripe on people talking about, oh, Triple H, HBK is not a good booker because he doesn't have a stable freaking lineup. These are developmental people, and evidently they get called up in a moment's notice. So it is kind of hard to do a full-on storyline when you don't know who's going to be there the next month.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to imagine that something happened and to change this quickly because you just put the NXT tag team titles, on him and Baron Corbin a week ago, and
And
now all of a sudden he's up at the main roster. Like,
yeah,
okay, something
and just
doesn't add up here. So
and justifiably so because the War Dogs were yeah. That it was
yeah,
one of those lightning in the bottle things where like Corbin and Breaker, it works. It did work, right? So
it did. Yeah,
I don't. It wasn't a bad decision to put the belts on them, but it is like, hey, I am doing this storyline. Can y'all?
right. Yeah, I'm not sure what the whole deal is. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they're still on NXT as the champions or what they're going to do. But it seems very weird. It seems like
Hopefully,
disconnected, right? It seems like one
yes,
hand doesn't know what the other's doing, right?
yes, and hopefully they don't give up the belts. I don't want them to do that either.
Yeah, I mean, and yet I also don't want them to just lose them on Tuesday to somebody else again. Like that's dumb too. Like
Right?
I don't know. The whole thing is weird. I'll be right back in just a sec.
No worries. Hey, Boo Boos, welcome. Thank y'all for rocking with us on this watch along of Friday Night SmackDown. It has been a very decent and good show. We have 20 minutes left, and we still got Roman and The Rock coming out. Not sure how much time we're gonna give them because I'm not sure if Bill's coming out next or if that was the backstage segment and it's gonna be just Roman and Rock. We'll see though. We'll see. Mr. Hassan, great vote because Naomi did win, yes, as she should.
So it looks like we're gonna get Roman. Looks like we'll have talking for the main event. Roman and The Rock are gonna be in the ring together. It looks like having
I'm
some
not
sort of
mad at that.
discussion. I, you know, I don't get me wrong. I totally 100% understand the necessity for promos and vignettes and interviews and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not a big fan of a talking in ring segment being the main event of a wrestling show. Like, I just, I mean, to be fair, WWE's always said they're sports entertainment, not
Mhm.
wrestling. So I guess it is what it is. This is sports entertainment. But at the same time, like I want to see a match in the main event section.
Yeah. Like it, I do agree. If you're going to do a talking main event, at least do a match 10 like 20 minutes for a talking segment seems a lot.
Yeah.
Not even a front like
I
if
mean, I
it's a 10
guess at least
minutes,
it's not a contract signing, which is like my least favorite thing
10.
that they do. But
Yeah.
this is pretty close behind there. Next week, LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre. That should be fun.
Nice. All right, let's go. Let's get it. All right,
It is Roman.
so Roman getting to the freaking ring is gonna take like 5 minutes. So this
That's just
segment
what
is
I was
probably
saying.
yeah.
Where we're setting up for Roman's 20-minute entrance. We only got 20 minutes left to go on the show, dude. You got to hurry up.
Like sir.
And you know we got to go to at least one commercial break in the next 20 minutes, if not two. So, all right, here comes the bloodline. Solo, Jimmy, Paul, and Roman. Joe. Joe and Awahi.
I I don't know if I want Naomi with the bloodline just yet or if ever, but I do want a segment where some kind of acknowledgement of baby, I'm back to her husband. I just want one of those clips, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily want her with the bloodline, but I could definitely see that. Something.
Like, baby not coming? Nah, baby got bloodline stuff to do. I'll meet you later. I'll meet you later. I'll meet you later. Like, tell them real quick like that.
So it's probably fair enough now. They've probably had similar amount of time in WWE. Roman might even have more. Do you think who do you think has the bigger legacy now and has been the bigger star, Roman or The Rock?
The Rock.
I agree. No, I agree. I know that some people love Roman and he's so over right now. He's held the belt longer than anybody at this point, or almost anybody at this point. Way longer than The Rock ever held it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
has been um, the the face of WWE. I think The Rock had more competition for that face of the WWE spot than Roman has had. So, and I don't know if that's by default. I don't know that just because of the way that Vince has done it. I just think there were more stars in the 90s in the Attitude Era than there are right now, at
Yeah.
least the big stars. So, but I agree. I agree.
So like I'll equate it to the whole Michael Jordan versus LeBron James thing, right? And so with Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, it's like even though LeBron James been in the league longer, Jordan's run was just so hot.
I agree. I agree.
Like 2 times I won this championship 3 times in a row. I equate it like The Rock. Like in that short span, I had great matches Stone Cold and great stories with Triple H, and then we can even put in like Taker if you want to, and and
Mankind. And
Kurt
yeah, I mean,
Angle,
yeah. Yeah.
and then you go to Roman's reign. It's just a bunch of Brock matches until we get to 2020, and that's not his fault. That's not his fault. But it's like now and then like you can give him the Shield. That was a decent, but like who was the Shield's real rivalry though? We had them versus the Wyatt family, which was cool. Oh, yeah, we had them versus the Wyatt family, which was cool, but it wasn't really a story. It was just a great Survivor Series match. You can say them versus Evolution was that was I. But
And
yeah, like
honestly, I would argue that he was carried by Seth and Dean when they were the Shield. Honestly, I mean that's my contention. But
I ain't gonna say all that. But
uh,
yeah, it really
I think CM is saying that wrestling wise, Roman has a
oh,
better legacy. I think that's what she's saying here.
anyone who, no offense to the people, like I am an attitude baby, right? I'm an attitude baby through and through. But you really can't say wrestling wise unless you're Brett or HBK or Eddie Guerrero, right? If you're not one of them joints, wrestling in the 90s was not what it is today. It's just not.
I
In
agree.
between the ropes, they're doing way more. Period.
Well, maybe not Roman, but
Yeah, even Roman, his drive by boo, the guillotine.
CM says, skirt. CM says 90s wrestling was bigger than today.
Oh yeah. As an entertainment, yes, but in the ring,
I agree. I mean, the physical in ring moves have evolved substantially since the 90s, but the Attitude Era was the biggest spectacle era that WWE's ever had, I think.
like like unless it's a storyline that I truly love, I don't go back unless it's a watch along. I don't I leave those memories alone in my in my head. They were bomb. I'm just keep them in my head.
Yeah, she says especially Attitude Era. No, and that's how I feel about 80s wrestling. Like, you can go back and watch the evolution of wrestling from like the 70s when it first hit TV through the 80s, through the 90s, up through now, early 2000s, and just the evolution of all the moves and how much more athletically these guys are and the moves that they're doing. But at the same time, like, I still am nostalgic for the 80s. So, like, I don't necessarily want to go back and watch those because I know how bad they're going to look now, and I want to remember them fondly, right? So I totally get that. Like, even though I know it wasn't the greatest wrestling, it was still the 80s and I loved it. That's what made me fall in love with wrestling. So
Yeah, but I will say this.
CM says Roman and The Rock's move sets are equal.
I don't
It's
disagree.
probably close. I mean, I think it's probably close.
It's closer than most. It's closer than most
Yeah,
analogies. I will say that.
yeah,
Now I will say this, right? If Vince was not in charge, I think we would have like it would have had more room for more people to become bigger stars than what they are, right? Cause like if it was Vince by himself, he has that mindset of it's only one person at the top and no one else.
right.
Honestly, if we didn't have WCW, it probably would have been just Austin and no one else, and that would have been not good for the company, right? But it's but uh
I
but
miss what
yeah,
Roman just
like
said, but it sounds like The Rock's coming out. Yeah.
yeah, but like
Yeah, no,
I
but
I
nobody, I don't think anybody, very few people, I mean, it's debatable. You could talk about Stone Cold, you could talk about HBK, you might put Triple H there. There's very few guys that have ever in the history of WWE had the charisma that The Rock has. Roman definitely does not have The Rock's charisma,
oh god, he has a Versace. He
right?
has a
Vest,
Versace vest out. Oh my
sleeveless,
god, it's happening! It's
sleeveless
happening!
shirt,
It's happening!
right?
Oh, it looks like throwbacks to the oh my god!
Right?
Like, I was seeing one video on social media talking about them Versace shirts that Rock was wearing in the 90s was butt ugly. Sir, number one, no. Number two,
No, right?
number two,
It,
it was
it,
part of
it
the
just looks like
character.
the same shirt, just updated and sleeveless,
Yeah, but it was part of the character. It was part of the character though.
right?
I don't think anyone was like, "Oh my god, what are you wearing?" It was really was. I'm the Rock, so I'm wearing a silk shirt until I got to wrestle.
Yep, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, I'm excited and nervous because it's supposed to be Hollywood Rock. He hasn't done it in a minute, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
CM says The Rock wrestled for 4 years straight only. In wrestling, Roman accomplished more, but overall, Dwayne has done more. Yeah, I mean The Rock. I mean The Rock is a megastar, right? I mean I don't think there's no doubt that The Rock and Roman are not on the same level as far as just stardom goes. Obviously, um, you know, I was
Like
yeah. So as far as wrestling goes, it's probably pretty even. But yeah, Roman stuck around longer and has done probably more. I suppose, in wrestling. But again, he's never had the charisma, the following, or been as over, in my opinion, as The Rock ever was.
I think the misstep with Roman, I think we all can agree, is after the Shield, right? And it's so many things that was out of control, honestly. Like that whole Royal Rumble, and Daniel Bryan came back, but y'all still thought that we're going to go with Roman. It's like, no, y'all are not listening. That, like, I think that was, I felt bad for Roman, right? Because again, what are you going to do? You're not going to say no, but it's up to management to say, hey, it's not your time just yet. When he won the belt, oh no, when he beat Undertaker, right? And it's like, if you would just change him heel, would he be the tribal chief? No, but it felt like you would have like hindsight's 2020, right? I don't think we could get the tribal chief back in 2015. But y'all trying to force him down our throats and making him a babyface when we were booing him was very detrimental to the development of Roman. I felt we could have gone to tribal chief a lot quicker. If you would just if you would just got him with the fans and just let him rock with him being a heel for a minute, that would have helped. That would have helped with his legacy. And he would have gone through. Yeah,
I agree.
oh gosh. And see, and here's the thing, right? Right now Rocky's getting cheered more than booed.
Right. For the largest gathering of trailer park trash.
Oh gosh. Oh god, he's sweating.
All right. This is Voldemort. This is what he reminds me of.
No! I know it. No! No! That is no! No! No!
When he takes the glasses off, just wait till he takes the glasses off. It's hysterical to me. Oh my god.
I'm not. That is the views of ALW do not reflect the whole viewing of Workhorse Wrestling Network. That is the that crackhead right there, allegedly.
Oh my god, that's funny to me. I'm gonna have to go back after this and actually listen to what Roman and The Rock have said because I haven't been able to actually hear what either of them has actually said. So
Can you hear my
TV? No.
I can hear it, and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Nope, I can't hear your TV. There is some static coming from either you or me, but it comes in and out, so it's not a big deal. I don't know who it is, but
okay. No, it's probably me. I definitely need new headphones. Isn't it?
But no, I can't hear your TV. So.
All right, cool.
And I don't think you can hear mine, and I can hear it a little bit like The Rock. I can hear kind of what he's saying, but not enough to like truly understand. Like,
all right, cool.
He's just threatened to go down and slap something off the crowd.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
Okay. So he said, yeah, he just said you had the biggest main event, WrestleMania main event in your hands, and you let it go. Flushed it down the toilet. This is tweeted, we want Cody, we want Cody. What is Cody's story? That's what The Rock is asking. Cody lost the match, and all of a sudden now he wants a rematch? That's not how it works, clown. Think about how stupid that logic is.
And how he said it. You know how stupid.
Right? How stupid that logic is. The Rock is going to educate your ignorant asses.
That had to hurt to say because y'all know y'all smell the 49er fans.
Right? Michael Jordan came in here and crushed the dreams of the Utah Jazz. It should be personal for you. Oh, spoiled, entitled, crybaby bitches. The People's Champion's not enduring himself to the crowd at the moment.
Well, we done changed the story. We're on a road now. We can't deviate. This is the road we're on.
So now we essentially have heel Rock. Cooking. All right. So I guess for now he's with the bloodline. He says their story is just beginning.
See here. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna because great SmackDown. Here are my thoughts. Right, number one, it really is crazy how the people on the internet are not the full reflection of the people who watch it live. Right, Rock comes
Agreed.
out, he's getting cheered. So it really is a question of how many people online are actually going to go to WrestleMania, right? Yeah, it wasn't strong. It was a strong enough thing where they can change. They changed the match, but it is like you to what fans are you listening to, right? Like I said, we're on the road. We're on the road. It's gonna be Roman versus Cody, straight up and finish, right? Now, I'm with y'all, right? someone getting beat at WrestleMania twice, 2 years in a row, it is kind of butters. It is crazy. It's like, why we do that? But if it goes where we all think it could go, like TK, like not just Hill Rock being in control, but TKO Board of Directors Rock asserting his authority to make sure his bloodline are on top. That story can rock until that story can rock for a couple of months. Like doing it the right way, you can rock with that story until, for me, until uh SummerSlam. And
Yeah, no,
so
I agree with that.
I'm glad we are where we are, because it does make it more interesting of, okay, are you going to listen to the fans and let Cody win, or are you going to bet on Black and let this Hill TKO Rock story ride just a little bit longer? So I'm going to be entertained. I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think they missed the boat when they didn't do Cody beating Roman last year at WrestleMania. And I think it's already passed. I don't think anyone really wants Cody to win at this point now. At the same time, I don't know what they expected, right? Like with Cody winning the Rumble, what's he going to do? He's not going to challenge Seth again. He's already been there, done that. And that's not what he wants to do. He wants that belt that Roman has. So naturally, he's going to challenge Roman. I don't know. I'm not sure where anyone in the back, Triple H or whoever it is in creative, the team of creative, is thinking to themselves, how we're going to have Rock and Roman at WrestleMania and then still have Cody win the Royal Rumble. Because what is Cody going to do? Of course, Cody's going to choose Roman. I mean, he's never going to choose Seth. I never thought he was going to choose Seth. So, like, I don't know. The whole thing seems weird to me. Um, and I'm still not sure I totally understand how CM Punk was involved and was going to change. Now his injury changes the whole thing. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't at the same time. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't necessarily like Roman or Rock with the bloodline, but it makes sense, I guess, for the moment. I think The Rock's going to end up costing Cody the match ultimately. We might even get a Rock Cody match out of it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many matches The Rock has left. But if The Rock costs Cody the match at WrestleMania, I can see Cody being like, I want a match with The Rock. I don't know if that'll happen, but
And here's the thing, right? I don't think rock on my TV every day. I just
no.
like just having Paul Heyman have the phone and say, "Hey, board of directors Rock just called and said we're changing the script." That's enough. That's all
Yeah,
you need, right?
I agree. I agree.
And so we'll see who they listen to, and we'll see the outcome. But as of right now, I am entertained. I'm having fun.
It was a solid episode of SmackDown, I thought. I
Yes,
enjoyed it.
yes.
That brings us to the end of our watch along. I'll put our schedule up. You want to do it again, Anika, or you want me to do it?
You go do it. You go do it. You try.
All right. So I'm not gonna. I'm not as good at doing it as either Dolores or Anika. I'm not gonna put quite as much on it. But on Mondays in the morning, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern, you get Seeing Stars with the knowledgeable Dolores and our J News, who the our New Japan savant, J News. How's that? Uh, Giving you everything you want to know
Perfect.
about New Japan, as well as some Stardom stuff and other GCW and other independent stuff. Great show. Check it out. They always have a spotlight on a wrestler that you should get to know. Great show. Then on Tuesday nights, as we like to put it, the OG4 come together and have our cookout where we talk about everything cooking up in the world of professional wrestling. That's where we also play Name That Superstar. That should be coming up soon. We'll have to figure out when we're going to do that. But that is every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Then on Wednesday nights, it's myself and Sammy for All For Naught, where myself and Sammy talk about Raw, Monday Night Raw, and NXT. That's at 7:15 Pacific, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. Then Thursday nights, it's Aftermath of Dynamite. myself and the Anarchy Queen of Workhorse Wrestling Network, Miss Anika, talking about the week in AEW, starting with Rampage from the Friday before, then Collision, and then Dynamite from the night before. Then on Friday nights, which you're here with us now, we're live watching usually SmackDown and then Rampage. Today it was Rampage and then SmackDown, but we didn't do Rampage because it was on a little too early. So you only got SmackDown today. Normally it is Sammy Joe and Anika, but I was filling in as Sammy Joe was busy this evening. Um, so tomorrow, Saturday, you would normally get Under the Radar, but there won't be any Under the Radar this week since I was filling in for Sammy. We were unable to get that together. But we will be back next week. At least we should be. But normally on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, you can get Under the Radar, which is myself and CM talking about Ring of Honor, MLW, TNA, and being the Dark Order or being the Elite, whichever is on at the moment. I believe right now we're in being the Dark Order. Uh, then on Saturday nights, excuse me, we usually have Saturday nights is all right, where we get together. It's usually Black Girl Magic, Miss Anika, CM, and Dolores watching Collision live. There is no Collision tomorrow, so there will be no Collision watch along tomorrow. But normally on Saturdays, starting at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, the three ladies of Workhorse will be here watching Collision. Then on Sunday, to round out the week, we have Enter the Square Circle, which is myself and Sammy Joe battling it out on WWE 2K24 and AEW Fight Forever. I think we're getting ready to start the round robin tournament to name a number one contender to Bobby Lashley, who is our Enter the Square Circle world champion. So make sure and check that out. It's been off for a couple weeks. It won't be on this Sunday, but it'll be back the following Sunday. So unless you got anything else to say, I'll take us out of here.
That was perfect.
All right. Until next time, peace.
Bye.